you ready to do something so wonderful for your body? We're going to do some power stretching and holds, and I have Allison and Paula with me. We're going to start, feet about shoulder distance apart, shoulders back. Let's breathe it up. Come down. I really want you to focus on some nice big inhales and exhales. During this time, I'm going to be talking to you about the story of David and Goliath and giving you some things to think about and how it can apply to your life and specifically to your health journey. This time we're going to bring our arms up and we're going to come forward, forward. And round it and come back up. We'll do that a couple times. Up. Exhale. Inhale, power. God's power is alive in you. Inhale that. I want you to exhale any fears that you have. Up. We're going to do that one more time. And up. Step our feet together. I want you to sit back a little bit. Push your hips back, arms up, right there. You sit as deep as you can go, guys. Sit deep, keep your core long, reaching your arms out there, core's tight. One of the first things that I noticed when I was reading in 1 Samuel about David and Goliath is what the challenge was. David, everybody was looking at Goliath as you can't conquer him, you can't beat him. But David stepped in, and right away he realized, I can't, but God can. What is the challenge that you think is too big that God can take for you? Let's twist it here. Think about that. God is bigger than any challenge you're going through. Come up with a big inhale. Exhale, we sit it back down and we twist the other side. Is there something you're dealing with that you just need God's help? Talk to Him about it. Come up, inhale it up. Exhale. We're going to turn, step one leg back, one leg forward. That front leg has got a little bend in that knee. Back foot, your toe points away from your body. We're going to reach up and back right here. Reach it back. Is your challenge that you can't get yourself to take better care of your body? If it is, turn that over to God. Ask for His help. Believe with His help you can do it. Make sure you want to do it for the right reasons, for godly reasons. Come here, arms just reach long. Really stretching those arms as far as you can. Is your challenge that you continue to turn to food for comfort? If it is, turn that over to God. Ask Him to help you realize He is the source of comfort. Okay, we're going to take our leg and straighten that front leg and drop down and hold right here. Hold it there. Look at the length that she's getting here. She's stretching it out. Nice and long, nice and long. Hold it there. The next thing I noticed when I was reading in 1 Samuel 17 is David's brother right away tries to discourage him. When you are ready to do something for God, something big, people can come into your life and discourage you. Don't let them. Don't let them. We're going to come up, turn this way into a lunge position, drop down, drop it down, Bring that back knee forward a little bit so you can feel the stretch right through there. Hold it there, feel that stretch. His brother says to him, "What are you even doing here? Oh, did you leave your few sheep alone?" What was really going on with his brother at that point, do you think? Let's come down, lunge position and twist. Lunge position, so we're now straightening that back leg and twisting. Big twist. His brother didn't want David showing him up. He was really more concerned about himself. So sometimes, guys, even Christian friends, they don't want you to do something big because it might make it look like they're not. You can't let their thoughts and their opinions get into your way. Just keep it focused on what God's asking you to do. Bring that elbow up into a twist now, right here. Other way, right there. Let's come forward and drop our knee. Hip forward right there. Stretch that out right there. This song actually has to do with the story of David and Goliath. It's called "Slinging a Stone."
An ordinary boy loves playing ball.
We're going to take our hips back and pull out over that front leg.
Head full of dreams,
Hold it there.
a life full of promise, but no guarantees.
Come forward, take a stance here and hang down into the center.
Battle lines are drawn.
Come down. Now if you can, take your legs out wider and put your elbows down. That's just an option.
He stands against the odds.
If it's too much, you only go as low as you can go.
More than trying, willing to take a chance, but he needs your help. So I'm pleading now for a miracle.
Bring those feet in a little bit. We're going to turn this way, right here, like that. When you're trying to change maybe your eating and your exercise plan, people might say, "You're fine the way you are. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter." But sometimes they're saying it because they don't want to have to make changes, and they might feel bad if you start to have more energy than them. I'm not trying to say negative things about what your friends might say, but you just have to be aware of that, because that's what happens in this story. Let's lean it back. Nice big stretch. Next thing that I noticed in the story of David and Goliath, is that Saul calls David over to him. Because he's like, who's this kid who says he's going to take on Goliath? But when David goes to see Saul, the first thing he says is, "Don't worry about a thing. It's going to be okay." He has confidence that God is going to win this battle. Let's now straighten out that front leg and twist it down. And that's what we need. We need that confidence that we can say, my God can do this. I can't, but my God can. Do you believe that God is bigger than your challenge? Come up into a lunge position. First thing we're going to do is bend that back knee, pull it forward, drop down. Feel that stretch right there. Right there it said, "I can't do this alone, but you will see me through it." Straighten that back leg and let's twist it. First, let's put our elbow up. Twist as far as you can take it. If you need to take a break on the legs. Now we're going to put our bottom arm to the ground and twist, reach up. Look at the twist that's going on right here. She's twisting, she's reaching straight up, she's lengthening. Lengthen that hold. Let's put our back knee down. Push that hip forward. Big stretch right there. Feel that right there? Stretching it long. Our confidence and trust has to come from God. It can't come from what we think we can do. You have to have the power of God can do anything, and you have to know that in your mind. That confidence. Come back and pull out. Again, pulling those hips back, pulling out over the leg. The next thing that happens in the story is Saul asked David, who are you? How do you think you can do this? And he relies on God's confidence, but he's also done his own prep work. He talks about when he was a shepherd and he would have to fight the lambs away, and he was strong and powerful because he was there learning to fight. And he knew that God could help him in that, but he was still doing something. So often when we're going through a challenge or a trial, or if you're trying to get healthier, you do have a role. You have a prep work. You have things that you need to be trying to do and change. All right, we're going to sit it down. Let's turn it around here, and we're going to go into a boat hold position right here. Okay? Lift it up first here. Chest lifted, shoulders back and down. Hold it out. Right there. Now, if this is too much, you just put those feet down, but you still lift right there. What can you be doing in your life to help you through the challenge? What is your role in it? Okay, we're going to go on our side. We're going to go into a side plank. Several different options. Paul, if you go on your elbow and you go on your hand, and I'm going to put my knee down here. You go up to feet. Here's your options for a side plank. Hold it there. Work that core. Although we're working our muscles, I want your focus to be on God right now. Focus on how big and strong and powerful He is. Let's switch to the other side. And let's plank right here. Right there. The next part of the story is one of my favorite verses of all times. David says, "You come at me with sword, spear, and javelin, but I come at you with the power of the Lord God Almighty." All right, guys, what's more powerful, a sword, a spear, and a javelin, or God? What's bigger, your challenge or God? Remember, He is bigger. Jesus said, "In this world you will have challenges, but be of good cheer because I have overcome this world." Okay, we're going to roll it into a plank. I'm going to be on my knees, Paula will be on her toes, and Allison will be on her hands and toes. Right there. Now, while we're doing this, we're really pulling in our stomach, pulling in the core muscles. That's a line I want you all to memorize. Put it to memory, guys. You come at me with sword, spear, and javelin. I come at you with the power of the Lord God Almighty. We're going to come up onto our hands and knees. Exhale and round up our back. Round it up and down. Up and down. One more time. And down. Okay, we're going to go into our plank on our hands, walk our feet in just a little bit, and we're going to raise up our leg, drop that foot, and open up your hip and let that stretch. So here's the positioning. That hip is wide open, that knee's bent, stretching it out. A lot of muscles being used, but doesn't that feel good too, to open it all up? Hold it there. Let's just go into plank. Step your feet out. Drop your hips down. We're going to pull it all the way up and back. Hold it there. So here, lengthen this area, lengthen this area. Feel the stretch in the back of your legs, in your lats. The last part of the story that I want to talk about is David saying, I will beat him, and when I do, I'm going to cut off his head so that everyone will know my God is powerful. So in the end, when you overcome that challenge, when you beat it, when you've got it, it's not about you guys. It is just a way that you can tell people about how great your God is. Come down and through, drop those hips. So remember that we are called to give God glory in all that we do. When you overcome any type of a challenge, it's because you can then give Him the glory, right? The natural outcome when you take care of your body, take it up again, guys, up and back. When you take care of your body, is that it will look different. You will lose weight, you'll get to a healthier place, you'll look stronger. The great thing about that is when people say to you, what happened? How did you do it? You can just right then and there stop and use it as a moment to tell people about your great God. Come through again. You just stop and you say, I had tried in the past and I could never do it, but this time you know what I did? I trusted God. I asked Him for help. I believed that He could help me. And I changed the reasons why I was doing it. I was changing it so that I could be a better servant for Him. I was changing my habits because I wanted my body to be the temple. I knew that God was in there and I wanted to have a healthy temple. That's, guys, is when God's going to be there and be like, yeah, we did this. I'm glad I could help you. Let's pull up and put our hips back, hands out in front of us. Come back up into plank, and we're going to drop it down low. This is a challenging one. You can also do it on your knees. Down. Hold it there. Take it up. Take it down. Push it up. Knees down. Hands one way, hips the other, and pull it out. I love stories like that in the Bible where you can read it and you can just see so clearly how it applies to your life. How God is bigger than any challenge. The Goliath you're facing is nothing for God. Let's go to the other side. Hands the other way, hips the other way. We need to not let people discourage us on our journey in trying to overcome that challenge. We need to have confidence that God is more powerful. We need to realize that whatever that challenge is, we come at that challenge with the power of the Lord God Almighty. It's bigger than that challenge. And in the end, our whole hope is that when we're through with this challenge, it's just another way that we can give God glory and point people to find out about His love and His amazingness. Let's go ahead and stand it up now. Come up here. Roll it all the way up. Inhale it up. Come forward. And roll it up. This song is about how God is our Abba, our Father. Is that how you look at Him? As your dad, as your father? And roll it up. Guys, you did fantastic. Doesn't that feel good? Just remember that story. And thanks so much for doing this with us.